Okay, I am going to do a quick product review of this product, Ready Seal. I can't tell you the longevity of it, but I am going to share with you guys some cool stuff that I've found, things I don't like, things I do like about this product. And here is what I've been working on for several months now, this giant greenhouse. And you can see there's 30 miles of surfaces that needed to be stained, and I felt like I spent the last 3 weeks or more staining everything. Went through 4, maybe 5 gallons of Ready Seal, and I will tell you what I like about it. It's a paraffin oil product, so it's a non-organic oil, so it doesn't, they claim it won't grow mold on you. Um, they claim it doesn't run. No, there are no runs anywhere throughout this entire job. I'm just showing you the close-ups. What's really nice is you can do one surface, and if you've ever stained with oil, and even some acrylic stains, you know, as soon as you touch one surface and you hit the other surface, you've got to run the full length of that board, and you got to maintain the wet edge, and it's kind of frenzied. And if you don't maintain a wet edge for more than 5 or 10 seconds, then you end up with the dreaded overlap mark. And with this many surfaces, you can tell that there would be bajillions of overlap marks. It would just be really hard to manage. So kudos to Ready Seal for making a product that I can conveniently stain this stuff, stain all this pressure treated lumber, and not have a problem with any overlap marks or any runs. Now let's get into, one more thing that I do like. They say that it's not an organic oil and it will not grow mold, it won't turn black, and it won't peel or flake. And reapplication is as simple as just wiping it down with a little bit of bleach and water and reapplying it. Here's what I don't like though. As you can see, the surface, it is flat. I mean, it is a matte finish. There's no sheen at all. Most other stains that I use, they have a sheen. This thing is just dull. It looks good when it's wet, but it sure is dull when it dries. And I called customer support, talked to Kyle, and I'm glad that they answer their phone. And he was happy to mansplain a lot of things to me that were, I don't know, a friendly guy, borderline condescending sometimes, but hey, he was kind enough to talk to me for 15 minutes and give me a lot of info. But here is, he said do not top coat the product. And, I just, the client and I couldn't deal with it. Anyway, here's what I ended up putting on it was tung oil, not Home Depot tung oil, because that stuff's not pure tung oil. But Hope's tung oil, you get that on Amazon. And this tung oil, hopefully I could show it to you. But look at the difference. I just did this wall, and it has, now it's still wet, so there's still that sheen, but look at the grain. I mean, look at the grain pop on these boards. I mean, these are like, just look at that. Look at these boards. I mean, it's just beautiful. Look at the grain on this. And it just makes the grain and the stain look so much richer. And then when here, I'm going to turn the corner, and this is no tung oil. So it's just flat. It's dull. So the way this works is and I mean, you can see how much better it looks. I haven't gone up into the roof yet. I just did the studs to the ground and then the 6x6 on the bottom of the ground. So anyway, I'm going to get this whole thing done. Maybe I'll make another video when it's completely done, but I doubt it. I just want to share my thoughts with Ready Seal. How long will it last? I don't know. I've got a roof over this thing. It's not going to be the same as if you put it on a deck because I'm going to have a roof. So it's going to get very limited rain exposure. Anyway, there you go. If you call the guys at Ready Seal and talk to customer support, they will tell you not to put a top coat. And they'll tell you all kinds of horror stories. However, I've done some research, and the tung oil will not flake off. It will not grow mold. It will not turn black. It won't do any of these horror stories that customer support over there is going to tell you what's going to happen. It's just another layer of oil. It penetrates into the cells of the wood. It fills up the voids, and it leaves no more room for any water penetration, which is basically how Ready Seal works. That's how it gets its wood protecting ability. So, anyway, just want to share my thoughts with you. Hope it helps. Hey, I'm just going to do a quick follow-up here. It's been 2-3 hours pushing this paintbrush. So let me explain. To review, I've got the Hope's tung oil. I've got some low odor mineral spirits, and I'm mixing them in my paint pal. And I would say the ratio is about 20%, 25% mineral spirits. It's kind of your preference. What the mineral spirits do is it thins out the oil. You get a easier to apply brush coat. The mineral spirits allows it to penetrate into the wood a little bit deeper and easier, and then it dries off and the oil remains. So the exact ratio of how much you want to use, that's depend on you and your project. But I'm a big fan of these paint pals, and I'm going to give a plug to Proform brushes. My God, these things are good. Yes, I like them more than the Purdy and the Woosters. Find them on Amazon. They're about, 10% better. Not huge, but I like them more. But anyway, here's what I'm noticing. So, as I stated, tung oil, it's an oil. It penetrates into the wood. However, the guy over at Ready Seal, he told me that I might run into this. And what this is the cell structure of the wood is so saturated with oil, and there's probably four coats of Ready Seal on here, that the tung oil that I'm putting on just can't penetrate it. So, here you could do one of two things. If this was like real furniture, you probably should just wipe that off. Since it's kind of a structure, like a deck, a greenhouse, I think I might just let it slow dry on the surface. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. But it's Friday. I'll come back on Monday and look at it and see what happened to it. I'm sure you viewers will probably have your opinion on what I should do with it. But I'm just letting you know that these boards are anomalies. Like, other boards like this, it drinks it right up. And this board here on the backside, this guy here, I put on one coat and it slurped it up like a straw. I mean, it was dry. Like half of it was dry by the time I got to the end of the board. So I brushed on another coat. So, how many coats you do really depends on your lumber. There is no right or wrong. You're just going to kind of have to do it by feel. The guy at Ready Seal was like, oh my God, you can't put on more than 2 coats. It'll pool up. I mean, there's some boards on the other side of the deck. One of those little horizontal boards straight over there underneath where those spray paint cans are. I put like 6 coats of that Ready Seal on there, and it just drank it right up. So, no, there's no one fast rule of thumb. Your wood is going to do what it's going to do, and you just got to pay attention. And just so you know, I'm using pressure-treated lumber. This is kiln-dried pressure-treated lumber. It's not available in every area, but here in St. Louis it's available. The posts, 4x6 posts, I got these at Home Depot. So, anyway, there you go. I just wanted to do a little follow-up, just let you know how it's going and how I'm applying it. And it's, so far it's going great, but I am just getting, some areas where it's not going all the way into the wood. We could get down, well, like look at this board. This board, it's almost fully penetrated. And this last board here, a few more hours it will fully penetrate. There's different ways where you could apply this product. You could wipe it off if you want. I'm not inclined to wipe it off. I've used it before. And really it just depends what you want to do with it and how you want it to look. And, once this is dry, little imperfection isn't going to bother me. Anyway, I'm going to wrap this up. I appreciate you guys watching. Hopefully my review of Ready Seal Stain and what I like and don't like about it is useful to you. And if you have any ideas or suggestions that might be useful for me or somebody else, please feel free to leave them in the comments. I always love the comment section. There's always, some interesting ideas in there. And anyway, hey, thanks for watching.